Hi everyone, myself Dr. Shankar Naik from Government Engineering College, Haveri. In the last four session, we have discussed some parallel line method development example as well as radial line method development. Today we are going to discuss one more radial method development of problem we are going to solve in this class. Problem we are going to I am going to read the problem. A regular pyramid side of base 25 mm into 40 mm and height 50 mm has one of its side of the base is inclined to 30 degree to VP. Draw the development of the lateral surface of the pyramid whose front view is shown in the below. So this is the front view he has given in the examination or in the problem he has given. This is the front view he has given in the examination also, or in the question paper, or in this is the question. The front view has given like this. So I'll read the problem once again and I'll write the given data. A rectangular pyramid, side of base 25 mm into 40 mm. Height he has given 50 mm. Has one of the base edge is inclined to, so one of the base edge is inclined to, so this is the square pyramid, so one of the base edge, this is the base edge, is inclined to 30 degree to VP, 30 degree to VP, 30 degree to VP, 30 degree to VP. So this side is he has given, this is 40 mm, this is 40 mm, so this is 25 mm. So this is the given data. So draw the development of the lateral surface of the cut pyramid whose front view is has shown in below. So this is the front view he has given in the front view he has given. So this figure I am going to write it in the sketchbook. So whatever I have shown in here, so I have drawn a 30 degree line to XY line. I just have projected 30 degree line. So after that I will make a point on the whatever the line I have drawn earlier 30 degree. So I will make it point here. I will take the compass, I will cut it. This side is 40. So after this I will draw the perpendicular line at both this point and I will join this one. Later I have joined the to locate the center I have joined this line, so with the thick line because it is a square pyramid. So now similar way, so whatever the he has given in the front view, the same front view I have drawn in the front view. So this is VP, so below the XY line is HP. So the whatever the problem he has given, so I have drawn in this figure. Now we have to observe very carefully if all the edges are parallel or perpendicular, or if we are observe very carefully, if any edges is parallel to VP is there or not, we have to observe very carefully. So in this problem, so this is the problem, this is the actual prism I have cutted as per the dimension. So this is the exact figure. So whatever I have drawn, so this is the exact figure I have developed this one. So in this figure, so almost all the edges are not parallel, all the edges are some one are more inclined VP and HP, some edges are slightly inclined to VP and more HP. So similarly, so in this figure, the edge OA and OC are very slightly inclined to HP, slightly inclined to VP, slightly inclined to VP. So that's why I will make it as this one is I am going to draw an arc. I am going to draw an arc in order to find out the true length. So it is very negligible, very negligible. So I'll extend this one. I'll extend upward. So almost the true length as well as apparent length are merging each other. So no need to, it is very negligible. So hence no need to, even no need of taking the true length also is not a matter here. So I'll take the distance of this, keep the metal tip at C edge and lead tip at O. I'll take the radius of this. I'll draw the arc. I will draw the arc of this. This is the side. Similarly, I'll take the similarly I will take the one more arc here. So after this, taking this arc, so I'll give the numbering where the edges and side is taking place in the front view as well as top view. So I'll give, so here 1, so edge AO is taking place, so I'll give it as 1 dash here. So here 2, so this is also edge B is cutting takes place, so 2 dash. Similarly here it is the edge is cutting at the point is from this point, so I'll give it as here 3. Similarly the edge is takes place at OD, so I'll give it as here 4 dash. So similarly here also the cutting will be taking place at the sharp edge. The cutting will be taking place on the side with a sharp edge. That's why I'll give it as this is 5. This point I am going to give 5. Here also the base edge is cutting very sharply, so I am giving here 6. So here 5 dash of 6 dash. So I have given the number here. Anybody have doubt in this? So wherever the edges is taking place, I have giving numbers. So here the OA edge is taking place, so I have given 1 dash, so here 1. Similarly OB edge is taking place, so at that point I have given 2 dash, here 2. Similarly the edge D, the edge C is taking place at OD center, so I have given here 3. Similarly OD is taking place, so I have given number 4. Similarly the base edges is taking place at the sharp edge, so is shown in here. So that is the 5 at a in between I have written the alphabet also. B and C have given E, and A and D in between the base edge is cutting place at given the alphabet letter F. So here I have given the 6. So that's why here 5 dash and 6 dash I have given. I'll draw simply. So in this, after drawing the arc, I'll simply take one reference line. I'll take A to B. Here I am opening from A. So this is my A, capital A. I am opening here, capital A. So in this edge, so this is the OA edge. So I have drawn, this is the OA edge I have drawn here. OA edge is I have drawn here. So OA edge I have drawn here. So now the side O to A to B, I'll take the distance of this. A to B, I'll take the distance of this. A to B. I'll take this distance A to B. So I am going to transfer here. So A to B. So B to C, B to C, B to C, C to D, C to D, C to D, D to A, D to A. So I'll mark the, I'm naming the A, B, C, D, A. I'll join with thin lines. I join with thin lines. I join with thin lines. This I am going to join with the thin lines. I am going to join with thin lines. So after joining this one, wherever the point is cutting takes place, I'll take the length of this. So I'll draw the parallel line of this. I'll take the distance. So from this point, this is the true length, that's why I am taking. So or you take it at here also, it is also almost a true length. So this is the distance I am taking, A to O1 from the apex. So I am taking from the bottom. So I am taking here from A or C, I am taking from the bottom. So that's why. So mark it here. This is a point 1. Similarly, this is a point 1. So in the A I have marked 1. So this is a point is also called A. Now in the B point, so the same distance, B also the same distance, and D is cutting here. C is this distance. So I'll take from C to the cut distance at 3, C to 3. So I'll take it here from this point. This is 3. This is the point is 3. This is 2. Now a 4 is here. 4 is cutting at D. So I'll take this distance. 4 is also here. 4 is on D. From the D we have to take. This is the point 4. So similarly here the base edge is also cutting takes place. Here observe very carefully, B to E towards C, B to E towards C. I have measured the distance here. So B to E, this point we call it as E. I'll draw a projection thin line. I draw a line. Similarly here A to F toward D, A to F, A to F towards D, A to F towards D. So this point is called F. This is capital E. Capital E. Here also I am going to draw a thin line. Thin line. So the sharp edge is cutting here at this point. So sorry, this is the point. So I'll take this length. So I'm going to mark here also. This is B towards C. I have given 6. This is 5. Now join this line. Join this line. 1 to 2, 5, 3, 4, 1. If you want a linear numbering, you can also put linearly, or you can do like this also. So now I'll make this one thick line. The edges, whatever the edges are visible, so that line I am going to make thick line, and the rest of the line is so this is the development of the irregular prism. So in this problem, and also today I am going to discuss in the solution manual, so how exactly he has taken the in the solution manual, the problem number 20. So in this problem, all the edges are inclined to both HP and VP. That's why he has taken true length here. So he has taken true length. Similarly, in the problem number 21, the AO and AC edges is parallel to VP. No need to take apparent length, true length here. No need to take true length. So in this we will get the true length because OA and OC is parallel to the VP. In this, the problem number 22, a slight inclination will be there, OA and OC. So the apparent length as well as true length are almost similar, same. In the problem number 23 in the solution manual, so no one edges are parallel to VP, hence he has taken in this problem also apparent length. In the problem number 24, the OC edge is parallel to VP, hence no need to take up true length in this. We will get true length. So in this also, problem number 25 also, the edge OC is parallel to VP, hence no need to take apparent true length here. In case of problem number 26, all the edges are both inclined to VP as well as HP. So in this we will not get the true length. In order to this, in this problem also he has taken true length as shown in the figure. The problem number 27, all the edges are inclined to both HP and VP. So that's why he has taken the true length because we will not get true length in this problem. Similarly, problem number 28, all the edges are inclined to both HP and VP. So here also we have taken the true length. In problem number 28 as well as 30, the sum of the edges like A and OD in both the problem is parallel to VP, hence no need to take true length. So this is the way we are going to take when we are going to take true length or when we are not going to take true length. We by discussing this one.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for patience hearing the lecturer. Thank you. We will meet in the next session.